Welcome to online lectures by CA Studies. For more lectures online, please do visit castudies.lk.
So now we have covered 60% of the syllabus coverage earlier, which we have discussed. So the next 40% is what we are going to discuss now. So this 40% is more or less an advanced version of what you studied in A-level economics, right? So I'll explain you what is the main syllabus coverages of this subject. So 5% comes from role of economics and business, 5%, and 10% from price mechanism and competitive environment, another 10% from production cost, price, and output decisions. %, and macroeconomic, %, economic environment and businesses. So this gives the 40% of the remainder, right? So we are now going to discuss in detail what each of these syllabus or what each of these content means in the examiner's point of view. So starting on this 5%, like in the previous video, this is all about introduction, definitions, what economics is, what is the role of economics, right? So we will go ahead with what is said in the study pack on the role of business and economics. It talks about nature and goes on to talk about role of economics. Simple as that. And then the basic concepts of economics, which you might have heard or studied earlier. So we'll be defining what each of that concepts means. We'll go on to define each of those concepts and we'll study a bit in detail application of each of those concepts. So the basic concepts of economics, such as scarcity, choice, opportunity, cost, and then we will be discussing about kinds of economics, economic resources, economic versus accounting profit, and finally central problem of economics, right? So this 5%, as I told you earlier, is all about the basics. It's about defining what each of these concepts mean to you. So what is the role of economics in a business? And we'll be briefly studying what economics is, definitions of economics and the origins of economics. And then we'll move on to study about the basic concepts or the principles of economics, which is scarcity. So we'll go on to define what is scarcity and how it occurs and the reason, the importance of scarcity in economics, and then what is choice, the importance of choice, and what is opportunity cost. Then we will move on to study about kinds of economics, economic resources. What are the kinds of economic resources? We will be discussing in detail we'll be able to define what all these economic resources means and the returns from each of these resources and the difference between economic profits and accounting profits, right? So we'll be discussing what economic profit is, what accounting profit is, and what is the difference between economic profit and accounting profit. And also we'll be discussing the importance of computing these two, why economic profit is used and at what instances accounting profit is used, and central problem of economy. So these we will be saved for in detail discussion in the particular subjects, right? So that is all about this 5% of the syllabus. So this 5% comes from the basics, definitions and concepts. And the next part is, as in the study pack F, and this will be E, right? Price mechanisms in competitive markets, right? So we'll be discussing the next level of economics, the basic theories which you might have learned in economics in A levels if you have done commerce. Interesting areas: demand and supply, right? And so which comes in a free market, which they are in a free market operation. And so we will be discussing what demand is, what is law of demand, and estimating demand curves. Right? And then the same thing we'll be discussing about supply and the law of supply, and supply curve in a free market. And then we learn demand curve, supply curve, and then we'll be learning about market equilibrium. And demand and supply analysis. So under this we will be learning about elasticities of demand and government impact, right? So this is all what this 10% has to offer, right? So starting we will be learning what is demand and what is supply, and we will be learning the law of demand and the law of supply. So when we learn law of demand, we will be learning demand curves, and when we learn the law of supply, we will be studying supply curves and how the supply curves work, or how the demand curve works in a free market. And then after studying demand and supply curve, we will be studying about market equilibrium, where the demand and supply meets, that is where the equilibrium occurs. And then we will be discussing about demand and supply analysis and elasticities of demand and elasticity of supply, and the intervention of government, how government can affect the elasticities, or how government can control demand of a good, or how government can affect the supply of a good. It could be through price ceilings and price floorings, taxes, and different methods are there. Also by controlling the competition. So these are the ways how government could impact or control the demand, mostly the supply curves. So we will be discussing all those matters under this 10%, price mechanism and competitive environments. So that again gives you another 10 more marks. So all this has to do is just learning what is demand and what is supply, law of demand with the demand curves, supply curves, market equilibrium where demand and supply meets, and demand and supply analysis, which then again relates to this. And then we'll be learning about elasticities and how government can intervene in this free market operation. So this part from the beginning to end, one to one, is completely related. So you learn what is demand and law of demand and demand and demand curve. You learn what is supply, law of supply and supply curve. And you learn what is demand curve, what is supply curve, and then the point where both of these meet is the market equilibrium. And then we learn demand and supply analysis through the market equilibrium, and then elasticities and the government. So this is also an interesting story if we would study, right? So that is price mechanism in an competitive environment, which gives you 10 marks from the syllabus, right? So next 10 marks here comes from production cost, price and output decisions, right? So what are we going to learn here, right? Because this also has 10 points, right? So we will see what this has to offer. So we will learn what is economic cost and financial cost. So we will be learning what is economic cost, what is financial cost, and then we will be comparing both of these to see what are the difference between economic cost and financial cost, right? The next part is short run cost concepts. And functions. And at the same time, long run cost concepts. And then economies of scale. And economies of scope, right? Then again, short run production function, stages of production, law of diminishing marginal return, and same like short run production function, be learning about long run production function. Okay, and another interesting area coming up is theoretical dimensions of market structures. And then profit maximizing points. Or profit maximizing conditions, right? And then optimal output, price and profit making decision, right? So all these areas are covered in this 10%. So this might at first look like a lot of subparts, but when you really look at each of these areas, all of these are interrelated to each one of these subjects. So we start with economic cost, financial cost, and we learn the difference between what an economic cost and a financial cost, and short run cost concepts and functions, and then long run cost concepts and functions. And then with the long run cost concepts comes economies of scale and economies of scope. And then we will be learning about short run production function and long run production function. And under that we will be learning stages of production and what law of diminishing marginal return means when it comes to long run production concept functions. So which all of these are basically interrelated to each of these concepts. Then we'll be moving on to talk about theoretical dimensions of market structure and profit maximizing conditions in the market. So all these minor areas which are interrelated to each and every one of these is what this 10% has to offer, right? So it might look like a lot of sub areas, but trust me, each of these areas are related to each one of the other subjects or other concepts, which makes it easier for you to understand. So if you understand the concept of what short run cost concept is, you can easily understand what long run cost concept is. And if you understand what is short run production function, you can understand easily, or you will have a basic idea of what long run production concept is and stages of production which will be linked to these. So it is basically all interconnected, leading to the ultimate output. Okay, so that is what production cost, price and output decision contains. And the next and the last part, which offers 15% of the syllabus coverage, is macroeconomic environment and businesses, which is this little part which gives you 15% of the marks. So we'll be starting with concept of national income. Okay, so we'll be learning what the concept of national income means and how it works. Then we will be learning about economic growth and development, right? And then business cycle and unemployment and income inequality. Unemployment. So because of unemployment comes income inequality, right? And so that is one. And then we will be learning about inflation, right? So under inflation, we will be starting with definitions of inflation. So what inflation is, what are the causes for inflation, and the interaction between aggregate supply and aggregate demand which impacts inflation. And then we'll be talking about effects of inflation in businesses and remedies for inflation and interest rate, the relationship between the inflation and the interest rates in the market. So that is what we will be discussing under inflation. And then we have exchange rates, right? So next part will be, or the last part is, monetary policy and fiscal policy, right? So under exchange rate, we will be learning about impact of exchange rates in a businesses, right? So this is one topic which we talk about in different places. So here what we will be learning is the importance of exchange rates to businesses. So we will be looking at the impact of businesses to the impact of exchange rate to the businesses who are in the, to the companies or organizations which are in the import business and export business have different points of view. And market exchange rate versus fixed exchange rate. So we will go on to define what market exchange rate is, how it is computed, how it changes, and what a fixed exchange rate is. We will be also discussing the limitations of both the exchange rate method. And also there is a concept called balance of payment. So we will be discussing what balance of payment is and how balance of payment is determined, and identify the impact of balance of payment on business decision. And then finally, potential actions to control depreciation of currency. When our current currency is depreciating, what could be the potential actions that could be taken to control it, right? So that is all what is covered under this part. And monetary and fiscal policy, we will be learning what monetary policy is and the impact of the monetary policy to businesses, and what fiscal policy is and impact of fiscal policy to the businesses, and financial market and intermediation and role and responsibilities of central bank. Right, CBSL. We talk a lot about central bank, but here we'll be discussing in detail what central bank is and what are the main function of central bank when it comes to controlling, or rather how its impact in maintaining the monetary and fiscal policy of the country. So that is all what this 40% has to offer. 5% from role of economics and businesses. So again, summarizing all what we discussed again, we'll be learning the basics of economics: scarcity, choice, opportunity cost, kinds of economics, economic resources, economic profit accounting, profits. So which is all basics. And then the next 10%, which is coming from price mechanisms and competitive environment. Basic concept, very basic concepts. Demand and supply, law of demand and demand curves, and law of supply curves. So all interrelated areas. And the next 10% coming from production cost, price and output decision, economic cost versus financial cost, and short run and long run cost concepts and functions, economies of scale, and all these interrelated areas. And the last 15%, which is coming from macroeconomic environment and businesses. So there we will be talking, as we just discussed, about national income, unemployment and unequal distribution of income, and economic growth, inflation, exchange rate, and CBSL monetary fiscal policies, right? So this is all what we are going to do in the next few time that you are going to be with us. So this 40% is what will be covered through all this part, and 60% from what we discussed earlier. So if you have a good understanding of what you are going to study based on the study pack which has been offered to you, you will definitely have a very good advantage in the exams. So thank you for watching, and good luck with your studies going ahead.
Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned with castudies.lk for more lectures online.